So even if you know nothing about Vincent van Gogh, you're going to want to see this immersive art exhibit.
That looks really cool, right? It opens today in Albuquerque, and we have you stepping into the art and becoming a part of it.
So, of course, we had to send Joy Wang to check out Beyond Van Gogh.
Yeah, joining us live this morning from the Sawmill District. The photos show a pretty incredible sight, Joy.
Yeah, it's definitely a very Instagrammable experience is what I've been told, and that's what I'm here for too. I already told our photographer, Paul, please take pics afterwards. I want to show everyone what all this is all about. But as we zoom out, you can get a closer look of kind of how immersive this experience already is. I'm here with Angela. Talk to us about what these frames are doing here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We are so excited to be in Albuquerque. So this is what we call the information room. So it's not just about the immersive part of the exhibition. We wanted to give people a little bit of an education behind Van Gogh, his life. What's really interesting is letters that he wrote between him and his brother Theo. And also an interesting fact you'll find out here is that Van Gogh actually never sold a painting before he passed away, and now the paintings are worth millions of dollars, and people don't realize that he never sold a painting.
And from what I understand, we can also be a part of those paintings at this exhibit. Can you kind of explain how it's so interactive?
Yeah, so our immersive room, which is like our spectacular, grandiose room, you actually go into the paintings. It's like you're living in Van Gogh's mind, his thoughts when he was painting it. You see the Starry Night and the sunflowers and all the traditional paintings that we've become accustomed to, but there's also paintings in there like the selfie paintings that people might not know of. So you really are immersed in the paintings. You go beyond a traditional painting and immerse yourself in the paintings.
More than 300 pieces of artwork showcased here, and tickets are available, but you prefer people to buy them online?
Yes, obviously during COVID we've gone online, but also we sell out quickly. Every city we've gone to, we sell quite quickly. So it's always better to buy online to make sure that when you do come here, we do have availability.
We are officially in the immersive room now. It's the one everyone's been waiting for, and it's super cool. So I'm going to have Angela here kind of explain to us why this room is so different than all the other ones.
So this is like the spectacular show finale of our exhibition. It's the immersive room, where you literally go beyond the painting and you immerse yourself into all of Van Gogh's works of art. We feature over 300 of his paintings. Obviously, like I mentioned before, the classicals, the sunflowers, the Starry Night, and behind us we have the almond blossoms.
So we definitely want to start showing you guys what it's like when it's immersive. So we're going to have our photographer Paul kind of pan around while you see these paintings just come to life. And you were saying how this type of exhibit really helped people during the pandemic too.
Yeah, I mean, in a lot of cities we were the only form of entertainment in town, and it gave people, I think, a little bit of a relief to do something other than going to the mall, going for a walk. It was like some form of entertainment during the pandemic when we didn't really have much. Concerts were shut down, theaters were shut down, so this really gave people an opportunity to do something during the pandemic and kind of get out of the mindset that we're in a pandemic. So I've seen people cry in here. We've seen engagements in here. So it's been really, like, I think, a great excitement for a lot of cities when we've come to them, especially during the pandemic.
You can really start to see the room kind of changing up now. You can see all the petals flowing all over the place. I mean, this is just one of, like you said, 300 paintings that we can experience this with.
And the paintings are not only life-size on the walls, we also have them on the floors, on the columns here, so you really immerse yourself into the painting and maybe feel a little bit of what Van Gogh maybe was feeling when he was painting them. We have beautiful classical music that also plays in the background. So I think a lot of people come in here expecting one thing and they leave with a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings and a lot of more of understanding of Van Gogh and his work.
So Joy, the only thing I know about Van Gogh is that he cut his ear off.
I'm my own publicist.
Yeah, so he actually has a plushie here. If you guys do plan on coming out here, there is a Van Gogh toy that you can buy where he doesn't have an ear. But right now we are going to take you to his Starry Night painting here in this immersive room. I'm joined here with Angela, and this is the painting everyone waits to see.
Yeah, I think this is the best known painting by Van Gogh. It's actually at the MoMA Museum right now. Rumor has it they paid over $100 million to have that painting. Also, they say that he painted this from his asylum room right before sunrise in France.
Wow. So we're going to show you guys a look of what this is all like. I mean, you are literally seeing this painting come to life in this room. And you also said that what's really cool about this exhibit is it's not just about the visuals, it's also about learning about who Van Gogh was.
Yeah, that was an important part of building the exhibition, is having a little bit of background on Van Gogh, his life, the letters between him and his brother Theo. So that's why we do have an education portion of the exhibition. And we are really open for all age groups. Kids love it, older adults love it. And I think what's different with us is a lot of people are intimidated to go to a museum to actually see the real Van Goghs. They're also really tiny. Kids have to be quiet in a museum. They have to tiptoe to see the paintings because they're so small. Here, you know, we're taking the museum out of the museum. We're exposing art to people who wouldn't necessarily be exposed to art. So I think that's the great thing about this exhibition, is that we're bringing art to people who not necessarily would have gone to a museum or know anything about art.
And even though we have benches in this room, you were telling me a lot of people like to just sit on the ground because there's also projections on the floor too.
Yeah, people like to really come here and relax and embrace everything. And at the beginning, we didn't really like people sitting on the floors with COVID and everything, but now we've kind of just embraced it, that it's their way of enjoying the exhibition. So yes, we do have benches. If you do have mobility issues, you can bring a wheelchair as well, or a little stool. But a lot of people love to just sit on the floor and stare at the painting.
Waiting all morning to say this, it is go time here in the immersive room. Take a look at all of these flowers. It's kind of a combination of all the flowers he's painted over the years. And you also get to learn a little bit about Van Gogh at this exhibit too, like the fact that he didn't actually sell any paintings until after he died. Back to what you're seeing right here though, this again is the immersive room. It's kind of the big thing that everyone gets excited about when they come out here. And you get to really experience the art come to life. You're not just seeing them at a museum, you're watching them kind of transform. Multiple paintings, we're talking more than 300 in this room alone, of course, including Starry, Starry Night, like Colton had mentioned. You also learn about the letters that Van Gogh would write to his brother. You're seeing kind of one from his brother Theo right now on that screen, a quote from one of those letters. And so it really is a great time out here. If you do plan on coming out though, make sure you buy your tickets online. Because of COVID, they are trying to kind of limit the number of people that are coming in and out at a certain point. It's just also to make sure that everyone has that great experience, right? Like a room like this, you want to be seeing all the different angles, and it's harder when there's more crowds and things like that. And so if you want to come out here, just think about that. Make sure you get those tickets online, and then you can watch his paintings again, like I said, come to life. That's what you're seeing behind me as well. These are the almond blossoms that you're seeing at this moment, and you're really going to be able to kind of experience all the different pieces of artwork, not just the really famous ones, but also the ones that maybe you didn't know about before. Before even walking into this room, you also get to learn a lot about him. There are a number of picture frames where you can take some fun photos, and then you also kind of learn about his life, what he went through, what kind of happened maybe after he died as well, and just really people understanding who Van Gogh was, then also experiencing the beautiful pieces of art that he's been able to create. So for now, live in Northwest Albuquerque, Joy Wang, KOB4.
I want to go.